Shalom, family. Shalom, shalom. It's good to see you all here. Thank you, David Boyd, for becoming a new channel member. And shalom to you, Heat, and Soulful Sowing Seeds. Thank you for being here. So, we're going to we talked about starting a garden, especially this is, like I said, this is for beginners. So, if you're more seasoned at this is really not geared towards you. But if you just want to be here to listen, all are welcome. Thank you for being here. Shalom, family. Shalom and welcome. Shalom. All right. So, we're going to talk about fertilizers, especially if you're just starting your garden for the first time, or maybe you have tried this before and it just didn't work out so well for you. I'm going to give you some of the fertilizers I would recommend for beginners, definitely. Um, Number one, try to use what I would call, fertilizer that is not only friendly to your plant, but also friendly to the soil. The fertilizers I'm going to talk about today are all organic, where it's good for the plant and good for the soil. It'll break completely down in the soil. Where if you decide to go with a chemical fertilizer, you may get some benefits. It will, definitely make the plant grow faster, but it's horrible for the soil. It does not always completely break down, and it really is bad for the soil. So, if you intend on keeping everything organic, then this is the way I would recommend that you go with organic fertilizers. And I'm going to show you some examples, and even one that I used in the beginning when I started gardening. I'll show you the first one I used, and I would still use it to this day, but I just do different things now. So, there are many advantages to using fertilizers over chemical fertilizers. You know what? My father, Trini to the bone, my father used to use Miracle Grow for many years. And that stuff, I'm not going to lie to you, it does make you have some big ass vegetables. But the part they don't tell you about is it makes the bugs that like hanging around your garden grow too. You'll look in your garden after using Miracle Grow, and you'll see a worm that's probably about 5, 6 times its normal size, or you'll see caterpillars that are way bigger than they really should be. It also does that, you know, and I'm sure that can't be good for those insects, but it does work. But we're going to talk about organic over chemical fertilizers. So there are inorganic fertilizers. I guess if you don't care one way or another, yeah, yeah. I used to laugh about that because when my father was alive and I was a child, he used that for many years. And every year, I'm telling you, the bugs or the worms that would be in the garden, they would grow a lot bigger than their normal size too. Yeah. Okay. So there's organic, inorganic, and synthetic. So there are a lot of fertilizers for you to choose on the market, probably more than you really need. Most of it is very inexpensive, which is the good part. But you definitely want to, if you like your vegetables and everything to be organic, stick with the organic stuff for your garden. So we're going to go over that. So you want something that's going to be good for the soil and the plant. Now, there are many synthetics and inorganic, but the thing is, like, if you wanted to use like a liquid chemical, you would have to get that so raw, and you use a liquid fertilizer. If you don't know what you're doing, you can easily burn up all of your plants in your garden. So, organic fertilizers work a little slower than the ones that are not organic, but the wonderful part of it, they completely break down in the soil. And this means it's good for both the plants. It gets plenty of nutrients that they need. Where synthetic fertilizers, although they will speed up the process, they often overfeed the plant and they do absolutely nothing for the soil and can potentially burn up everything. That hip, you said, thank you for the super chat. I am growing garlic, onions, kale, carrots, potatoes, and lettuce. Ooh. And also earthrooms are a are so good at killing insects. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of things. You use that. I use diatomaceous earth and I just dust the plants and that kills the insects too. Growing bell peppers, dill, because I want to make pickles. Yeah, yeah, and canning is also good if you want to get into that, especially after your growing season and you have a lot of vegetables. If you don't want to put them in the freezer, you can also learn how to do your own canning. Thank you for the super chat. All right. So, organic materials, what they do is they will improve the texture of the soil, and it will, and when you use an organic fertilizer, it also holds the water in the soil a lot longer, where you don't have to worry about watering as much. So that's another thing. It also will increase um, the bacterial and fungal activity in the soil, so the plants don't need as much assistance as you would if you were using synthetic fertilizer. So let me show you some examples of ones that I have used before in the past and some of the ones out on the market that you can consider using. And they are safe. They are safe. And they're safe even if you have pets. So you would not have to worry about your pet in the yard if you are using organic fertilizer. Okay, so let me show you some good examples. Let's see if I can share my screen here. Here we go. Okay, here we go.